subscribe. Subscribe. Starts off with Luffy and Usopp doing what pirates do. Popping cannons. They show Zoro asleep, like always. They hit a nearby rock, because, you know, Usopp's a god, of course. They then show a man that boards the ship and starts breaking shit on the ship, destroying stuff. But Luffy puts a stop to it by whooping his ass. Next scene shows a Marine captain sipping that wine, having a good old time, heading to the Baratie Arc. Next scene cuts back to the Straw Hats. Zoro notices the guy Luffy just beat the shit out of. He asks, "What are you doing here, Johnny?" The man says, "Zoro, the fuck you doing on a pirate ship? Your nickname's Zoro the Pirate Hunter." What are you doing, bro? Zoro then asks Johnny, "Where's Yasuko? You guys always rolling together like two fucking peas in a pod or some shit." Johnny then tells Zoro he's sick. He's been bedridden, bro. He's done. He's out of it. We were chilling on that nearby island, and all of a fucking sudden a cannon came and wrecked the shit. It was the same cannon that Luffy and Usopp was popping off earlier. So Luffy and Usopp apologize so they feel bad. I wouldn't apologize. I was just doing what I gotta do, bro. They bring Yasuko onto the ship, and Nami tells them that Yasuko has a disease called scurvy. It's a lack of nutrients, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Yo, he's gonna need some limes. You know what Usopp and Luffy do? They did what I would have did. They grab a shit ton of limes, and they just jam it down this poor bastard's throat. Because remember, if a little is good, then a lot is gooder. That's why I love Luffy, man. That's my boy. Then Yasuko wakes up like nothing ever happened.
Really, nigga?
It's revealed that Zoro used to row with these two dumbasses. Later, the crew talks about how they're going to need a cook if they're going to go to the Grand Line, because they're pretty unprepared. Johnny tells them he knows a spot. Johnny then warns them this place is near the Grand Line, and he heard a rumor lately that a certain Hawkeye man you're looking for is there, Zoro. That's when they show Zoro. Oh, Zoro's like, let's get this shit, boy. On to the Baratie, let's get it. On their way to the Baratie, the Straw Hats are approached by a Marine ship. That same wine-drinking bastard they showed earlier. He tells them, "I'm Iron Fist full body." Nobody gives a shit about you, bro. Nobody cares. I'm just gonna call him full body. Nobody cares about this dude. Hey, you guys, he ain't really important either, right? He ain't really important either. You feel me? So, if you haven't watched One Piece, don't even try to remember this goofy-ass boy. He ain't important. Just forget about him after this fucking arc. You feel me? This full-body guy mocks Yasuko and Johnny, calling them small time. Johnny throws a bunch of wanted posters on the floor. The fuck you calling small time, bro? You see all these guys we're chasing after? This ain't fucking small time. If you look at the posters, you guys, they are a bunch of fucking small time. There's only one poster that's not small time, and it's the one Nami notices on the ground, the one right in the middle. Full body then gives the order to sink the Going Merry. Nami acts stupid and acts like she doesn't know what a wanted poster is or who the fuck Arlong is, and she gets all emotional. Well, not really. She kind of hides it, but, you know, they show it. The Marines fire on the Straw Hats. Luffy catches a cannonball and tries to slingshot it right back over to the Marine ship, but totally botches it, shooting it right over to the Baratie, fucking the whole place up. Later, they drag Luffy in, and Luffy apologizes to the main chef, Zeph. Once again, damn, Luffy, you take a lot of L's this arc, bro. You're fucking up the whole thing. You shot on that island with Yasuko and Johnny. Now you're fucking up the Baratie. Slow it down, puppy. Zeph tells Luffy that he caused significant damage to the ship, and he's got to repay him somehow. Luffy tells him, "Hey, bro, I'm broke, bro. I'm fucking broke, man. I don't know what to tell you, puppy." Zeph tells him, "Hey, well, you're going to have to work it off for, I don't know, a whole fucking year." The next scene cuts over to Full Body and the chick he's trying to smash having dinner. Enter Sanji, the coolest fucking guy on the planet, man. This kid is smooth. Hey, yo, this kid is ice cold. He's like a penguin with frostbite. He's like a polar bear sipping a milkshake. He's that cool with it. He's like a walrus with hypothermia. He's like one of the Coca-Cola polar bears. All right, I'll stop. Right? He pours him some drink. Then they show Full Body trying to guess the wine. No, goddamn well, he just told the restaurant to serve a particular type of wine. He just basically trying to show up in front of the chick. And he still gets it wrong. Congratulations. Everybody hates you, Full Body. You're stupid. You look dumb. Sanji walks off like a cold piece. You're stupid, bro. He tells him, sir, the name's Sanji. And I would steal your girl, but Nami's gonna walk in here later. And I'm about to lose my shit as soon as she does. Well, he doesn't say all that, but we know what's gonna happen. The scene cuts back to Luffy and Zeph. And he tells him he can only work for 1 week. Zeph's like, fuck out of here. All right, then 2 weeks. Fuck out of here. All right, 3 weeks, you win. Zeph's like, fuck out of here. I'm gonna beat that ass. Pee, 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 pee. Zeph then tells him, if you want to leave like right now, if your time's that valuable, it's gonna cost you a leg, papi. What you want to do? The scene cuts back to Full Body. Full Body sneaks a bug onto a soup, and then he calls Sanji over. Tries to make him look bad. Sanji instantly walks over and flirts with the lady. He puts his hand on her hand. Sanji, you're cold, bro. You cold. You have no respect. Who cares, though? Fuck this guy. Full Body asks him about the bug in the soup. Hey, what's up with the soup, bro? Why is there a bug on it? Knowing damn well he just put the bug in his soup earlier. They show a scene where he steps on it, and then he sneaks it onto the soup like a dummy. Sanji tells him, I don't know, man. It looks like the bug's floating. But then again, he looks like he's drowning. It's hard to really say for sure. Everybody in the restaurant laughs at him, including his lady. Full Body then proceeds to destroy the fucking table like a toddler, throwing a temper tantrum. This pisses Sanji off. Sanji then tries to wipe up the mess on the floor and tells him, you could have ate it if you took the bug out. Full Body then steps on Sanji's hand. Now you really fucked up, puppy. Strike number 2. Full Body continues to act like a little bitch, throwing a temper tantrum. His lady comes over, tries to calm him down, but then he knocks her over on the ground. Can your money satisfy your hunger? Oh, man, I'm the shit with these voiceovers, bro. Sanji then looks at him. Can your money satisfy your hunger? Sanji does this little spin move like fucking Eddie Gordo from Tekken. And proceeds to fuck his shit all the way up. And I wish they would have shown it. But all you hear is just commotion from Zoro and Usopp are outside the ship, and all you hear is commotion. That's when Zoro, Nami, and the God walk into the restaurant because they hear that commotion. Sanji's in there holding up that dumb bastard. Zeph comes in to stop Sanji. Sanji proceeds to get a smart ass with Zeph. But Zeph slaps that dog shit out that kid. Zeph is a gangster, bro. There's 3 people in this arc that are my favorite. Alright, the number 1 is coming up. But number 2 is Zeph. And number 3 is Patty. Patty's that boy, dude. They then show a Marine who walks in and tells Full Body that the prisoner they had on their ship has escaped. This Marine then proceeds to get popped in the back by that same prisoner. The prisoner nonchalantly just walks into the bar and takes a seat. In comes Patty. Patty's that boy, bro. I'm telling you, Patty's my boy. And yo, look, Patty's the type of guy, he thinks the customer's always right. So he approaches him with respect. Hey, sir, what can I get for you? The prisoner tells, hey, just bring me something to eat. I'm fucking starving. Patty then politely asks him, like, how will you pay? Will a bullet be enough? And let me tell you, prisoner, bad mistake, man. Patty ain't nothing to be played with. Patty then proceeds to fuck his shit all the way up. Pink. Don't you dare play with Patty, bro. Don't you dare play with Patty. Then Patty tosses his goofy ass off the ship. Get the fuck out of here. Tosses him out like Jazz from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Bink. Fuck out of here. You ain't gonna pay? I try to be polite to you. You ain't gonna pay? Fuck out of here. Sanji, being the real good fella that he is, brings the same prisoner some food right outside the ship. It's right then and there Luffy, from a deck above, sees this interaction, and he decides that Sanji will be his new crew member, whether he likes it or not. Sanji refuses, and also typical Luffy shit, Luffy refuses his refusal. Fuck you mean you ain't joining my crew, bro? I say you're joining. That's it. Stop playing with me. The prisoner tells Sanji and Luffy that his name is Gin, and he's a member of the Don Krieg Pirates, an infamous pirate captain on the East Blue known for his large fleet. Gin then thanks Sanji for feeding him, and then he takes off. They show a brilliant montage of Luffy being a chore boy and doing what Luffy does best and just fucking shit up, destroying dishes and all that good shit. Luffy sees his crewmates in the Baratie eating food and just yeah, they mock him and tease him. What are you doing, chore boy? Sorry, puppy. Shouldn't have fucked up that ship. And then at this moment, Sanji spots the Straw Hats having a good old time mocking Luffy and sees the one true love of his life. It instantly loses his fucking shit. I'm telling you right now, it's a wrap. Later, Zeph tells Sanji that he should join Luffy because he sucks as a chef anyway, and he's always fucking causing trouble. He's always flirting with girls and getting into fucking fights. So might as well join these guys, man. It's a good opportunity. Get the fuck off my ship. I don't even want you here anyway, puppy. Later, you see Gin return to a nearby island and tells Don Krieg about the situation. He tells him that Sanji helped him and fed him. He tells him that he'll take him back to the Baratie. The Baratie is approached by Don Krieg's ship. Luffy and Sanji notice how damaged the ship is. Luffy even says it looks like it'd been through a hurricane. Or a one-man hurricane, boy. Don Krieg enters the restaurant looking weak and disheveled. Looking like a starving-ass bitch, really, you know what I mean? And he begs the chef for food and water. The Baratie chefs refuse to feed him out of fear. Sanji, of course, decides to feed him, because, you know, Sanji's a good fella. He's sometimes stupid, though. Sometimes stupid. Don Krieg stands up and does what everybody thought he was going to do and proceeds to attack Sanji, giving him the wickedest clothesline of all fucking time on some WWE shit. Bink! Don Krieg then decides he's going to take over the fucking Baratie and forces the chefs of the Baratie to feed his starving men. See, they're all starving. All of them are starving. Something happened to them. Sanji, again, agrees to do so. He sees that they're starving, so he's like, it's my duty. I'm a chef. I have to feed them. But he pisses off the rest of the chefs. Patty then fucking clocks him over the head. Bink! Patty then decides, hey, we ain't feeding these dudes. We fighting back. I'm telling you, Patty's that boy. Patty then grabs a fucking rocket launcher and shoots a meatball at Don Krieg. It doesn't really do shit, though. Don Krieg then pulls out his own shit and starts popping off at the chef. And they show Don Krieg flexing his armor like it means something, you know. He got the gold, he's got that diamond fist, you know. Don't really mean shit, though. Zeph tells Don Krieg, we're not gonna fight back, we will feed you. Don Krieg then tells Zeph that he knows Zeph used to be a famous pirate, and that his nickname was Redfoot Zeph, a man so deadly with his kicks that his feet were soaked in blood from his enemies. Never used his hands in battle. Don Krieg tells Zeph that he knows that Zeph's been to the Grand Line and he wants his logbook for information. That him and his fleet were wiped out in 7 days. Fleet of 50 ships could not make it in the Grand Line. Zeph's like, nah, you're not getting my logbook, Bubby. Krieg takes off to go feed his men. Gin then tells them what happened to Don Krieg's fleet. That they were wiped out by a single man. Only the flagship survived. Gin talks about the man's eyes. Zeph and Zoro know instantly who they're talking about. Looking kind of scared there, Zoro. Zoro says he's been looking for Mihawk. The scene then cuts back to Don Krieg feeding his men and telling them that they'll take over the Baratie. A man is seen headed towards the Baratie as well on a single ship. It's about to go down, baby! The Don Krieg pirates begin to attack the Baratie, but right before they do, their flagship is cut in half by a massive blow. And during the chaos, Usopp and Johnny say that stupid broad Nami stole the Going Merry and took off with it.
What the hell are you doing?
That's when Zeph and Zoro spot the mysterious man sailing towards the Baratie and shit their pants. Enter Mihawk, baby. Let's go! Zoro approaches this man and sees his opportunity to challenge him. He tells him, I set sail for one reason. And the man replies, what is your goal? Zoro then replies, to beat that ass! Oh, really now? And let me tell you guys something real quick. Mihawk shows up with a fucking enormous sword on his back, right? As big as his fucking body. But you know what he does? He proceeds to embarrass Zoro. He pulls out the littlest fucking little doinker knife you've ever seen. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. This fight does not go down how you think it goes down. Yeah, this fight is not even close. Zoro takes the fucking biggest L ever. Yasuko and Johnny try to intervene. Like you guys were gonna do something. Get the fuck out of here. What the hell were you guys gonna do? Come on. What were you guys gonna do for real? Come on, stop it. Luffy stops him anyway. Zoro refuses to lose and gets ready for his final attack. Like he was gonna do anything also. All three of you guys wouldn't have done anything. Luffy could have even tried to fight Mihawk. It wouldn't have happened. Zeph, the whole Baratie, the whole Don Creek pirate, they all could have tried to fight Mihawk. They all would have took a fat L, okay? But Mihawk does admire Zoro's perseverance and decides to show Zoro some respect by using his real sword. Now, he doesn't finish him off. He spares him. But he tells him to come back stronger, pussy, so I could beat that ass. Afterwards, Yasuko and Johnny rescue Zoro from drowning because he just got his ass whooped. Afterwards, Zoro proceeds to apologize to Luffy for letting him down. Luffy's like, it's all good, bro. It's all love. I got you. Don't even trip, man. You still my boy. You just took a fat L, though. He then tells Usopp to take Zoro and go find dumbass Nami. Zeph tells Luffy if he could defeat the Don Creek pirates and run them the fuck up out of his ship, his debt will be repaid. Luffy's like, bet. Then out of nowhere, this pearly bastard comes out of nowhere and starts to fight Sanji. Yeah, this guy's not really important. I even forget his fucking name because he's not really important.
Like you? Hey, yo, shut your ass up. I'm out here trying, bro. I'm trying.
Subscribe to my channel, guys. Help me out. Then see Gin attack Zeph from behind. They show a flashback of a young Sanji on a boat, telling his dream to a crew of chefs about the All Blue. The All Blue. A sea where all fish from all four blues live. The ship ends up getting destroyed by a giant wave, knocking Sanji over. Zeph saves Sanji from drowning. When Sanji wakes up, he discovers that him and Zeph are the only survivors on a deserted island. Zeph gives Sanji a small bag of food and decides to keep a much larger bag for himself.
The fuck? Cause I'm a grown-ass man, that's why. Last boy.
He tells him it's 5 days worth of food, so ration it well. Zeph also tells him go to the other side of the rock and look for ships. Don't bring your ass over here to this side. You got no reason. Bye. For a long period of time, you see Sanji eating a moldy piece of bread. His last piece of bread. He accidentally drops it in the ocean. So he decides that he's gonna attack Zeph for his bigger bag of food. When he sneaks up on Zeph, he opens the bag, only to find there's nothing in it but treasure. Sanji sees Zeph starving, just like him.
Damn, boy, you ain't looking too good either.
But he also notices his leg and that it's missing. Now, in the anime, Zeph's leg gets caught in a chain and he cuts it. He cuts it off just so he could get free to save Sanji. But in the manga, Zeph actually cuts his own fucking leg off to eat it to survive. So I like the manga version. It's way more gruesome. It's way more savage, but it is what it is. Zeph tells Sanji the reason why he saved him is because he has the same dream as Sanji, and that's finding the All Blue. Shortly after, Zeph and Sanji get rescued. They cut back to Sanji and Gin getting ready to fight. It's a pretty cool fight, you guys. You know, in the whole arc, it's a pretty even fight. You know, Definitely way better than Don Krieg and Luffy. It's not better a fight than Mihawk and Zoro.
Hey, Smoke, that's not a fight, man. That's a slaughter. Come on, let's be real.
This fight, Gin and Sanji. Sanji had a chance, but he takes a fat L. He spares him because Sanji fed him when he was starving earlier in the arc. He decides to shoot a poison bomb at Gin and Sanji because Gin refused to kill Sanji on Krieg's orders, of course. Sanji and Luffy all grab gas masks before the bomb hits. And Gin had a mask, but gives it to Luffy at the last minute. You can see Luffy fight Krieg. And this battle too, it's not really that exciting. Krieg tries to hit him, he misses, and all this crap. Krieg takes a fat L. Luffy beat that ass. But right after the battle, Luffy falls into the ocean. But that's when Sanji saves him from drowning. Because Luffy can't swim because he's a devil fruit user. Afterwards, you see Gin and the defeated pirates.
Get the fuck up out of there.
Patty and the other chefs and Zeph all tell Sanji that his soup tastes like shit.
You suck, man. Skedaddle.
This pisses off Sanji. Sanji storms out.
Man, y'all tripping.
Luffy asks the guys, hey, why would you tell him that? The soup tastes fine. That's when Zeph and the other chefs tell him, we know that Sanji's a good cook. He's one of the best cooks on this ship. And while Zeph is telling this to Luffy, Sanji overhears this from outside. Just wants Sanji to venture out into the world on his own and find the All Blue. Sanji then agrees to join Luffy's crew. But right before he leaves the Baratie, he thanks Zeph for everything he's done for him. They all cry. Sanji cries, Patty and all the chefs cry, even Zeph cries. Oh, it's so emotional. Whatever. Then they set sail to go find that thieving ass broad Nami.
What'd you take the shit for?
And Sanji and Luffy get the
Fuck up out of there.
1 hour long part, baby. Let's go!